Too bad you did catch that from behind.
Hi, my name is Jaacob Bowden, and today I'm hoping to give you a better understanding of how the Mike Austin swing works. I first met Mike Austin in early 2003. I just turned 27 and recently quit my corporate job, taken my savings, and moved to California to pursue a golf career. Up until that point, I was a 14 handicapper on my home course playing winter rules, and had only broken 80 once on a normal length golf course, a 78 on the Walker course at Clemson University. I was very happy when I could hit one of my drives past the 225 or 250 yard marks at driving range, although on a couple occasions I'd really connected with the ball under good conditions, and I remember having 2 balls that reached 330. When I first arrived in California, I bought a membership at Los Canyons Golf Course in Simi Valley outside of Los Angeles, and I started training on January 1st. Towards the end of the month, I was out hitting balls on the driving range working on my swing. It was a really windy day that day, and during one swing, a gust of wind came up and actually caused me to fall backwards. I probably would have fallen into the guy behind me were it not for the wind knocking him backwards as well. When I told him what I was doing there, he decided to get a membership and offered to take me under his wing and train together. This sounded great to me because I couldn't otherwise afford a regular teacher or coach. I was willing to think outside the box, and I was looking for any possible advantage I could get to cover as much ground as possible in a short amount of time. Dan also asked if I'd ever heard of Mike Austin. At first the name didn't ring a bell, but after he told me about Mike's 515-yard drive, I remembered that as a kid I read about the drive in the Guinness Book of World Records. Little did I know when I read about Mike that I would one day get to meet him. It turns out that Mike lived nearby and that he and Dan had been good friends for the last 20 plus years. Over the next several months, Dan and I played and practiced together almost every day at Los Canyons, and we made numerous trips over to see Mike at his house. My game progressed quickly, and within 30 days, I shot my first 18-hole round under par and had a 393-yard drive on number 12 of the Shadow course at Los Canyons. This was a 7-shot and 63-yard improvement over my previous best score and longest drive. Then in July, I won the televised Pinnacle Distance Challenge with a 381-yard drive. Later that fall, Phil Reed interviewed me for his book about Mike Austin called In Search of the Greatest Golf Swing. Especially after Mike passed away in 2005, people have been asking me in person and over email about how I improved so quickly and what it was like to learn from him. After a while, I started noticing that a lot of the questions were the same, and I decided to make a Mike Austin page on my personal website. Eventually, I dedicated an entire section of the original Swingman Golf member website to Mike as well. People have also long asked me to put together a Mike Austin instructional product based on my own personal experience, but until now, I suppose other things have taken priority. I always knew I wanted to create something though, and finally I made some time to sit down and create this video. I suppose the delay had also been for the best because now I got the experience of teaching a lot of people to swing, taking a look at the other Austin products and observed the feedback about them, and saw what kinds of problems and points of confusion that people were having from learning to swing. Some of the things I'll cover will be the same or similar to what you may have already seen, read, or heard, but at the same time I don't want to reinvent the wheel. Rather, I'd like this video to be unique. As such, I'll be speaking about some things based on my own personal perspective and leaving out the things that might otherwise be redundant. In case you're curious, I pre-scripted this video. I don't mind doing videos ad-lib, but with pre-scripting I can stay on point, think about my word choice ahead of time, and make sure to cover everything completely. That's probably also another reason why it's taken me so long to create this video, because putting together a proper script like this just takes time. I've been thinking a lot about the format, and the reason why I decided to make a video is because I felt like I could be clearer about the points I wanted to convey. Text and pictures are nice, but things are more open to being misunderstood in those formats. I also wanted to make this video downloadable for both our benefit. Once the video's done, it's less overhead and work for me to manage. Plus, it's good for you because you can start watching it as soon as you can download it. Let's get started.